Oh shoot. Oh my god, it's not my dog.
I was absolutely bamboozled when I opened my garage door and saw another dog in there. I thought, no way this is happening to me. Why is this happening to me? I had a full-blown German Shepherd in my garage and I was terrified. I immediately reopened it and she ran from me and Chance greeted me per usual.
Oh.
Her coat was unkempt, but she was not abnormally skinny. I posted Nova on some neighborhood apps to see if she was anybody's dog. And I got a couple responses telling me that Nova had been a stray for a few months and she had been dumped before that. I just think the biggest coincidence that she surprisingly showed up only a few days after I had just rescued Chance. One day, I looked through the window and I could see a dog moving through the fence next door. And I was immediately alarmed because I knew nobody had been there. My neighbors had pretty much packed up all their belongings. So I figured he was certainly abandoned.
The dog came out right after they left. Oh my god.
Chance had probably been on that property for about a week before I noticed. And he had been alone for that whole week. Hi, Bubba. Hi. He had nobody, and I just wanted to help him.
Chance, come here.
I would just start by leaving the food and water on the other side of the gate. Every single night, the first week or so, he would go and eat at nighttime. A lot of people kept asking me, why don't I just go grab him? I couldn't just go grab him. Because there was legalities, I couldn't just trespass. I called rescues, but they weren't able to help him because they needed a warrant. So that left the rescuers to abandon the case. I felt like it was left in my hands. He had patches of fur gone. You could tell he had bite marks on him. If he saw us, he walked away from us. One day I saw a lady at the property. She didn't know anything about Chance. She said, I'll call the city to come get him. But I asked her, can I rescue him myself? And she said, yes, get the dog. And that is when the actual physical part of the rescue mission started. Chance made sure to stay hidden if anybody was on the property. He was living under a trailer. The trailer was definitely his safe space. So I would go to the trailer, leave some food, water, and a dog bed for him. And I would sit there, let him get familiar with my face, my scent, my voice.
Hi, baby.
We did that for a couple days. It was day 7 when I finally decided to pet him, and he was really sweet.
Yeah, is that all you needed? You want to come with me?
He was definitely starting to eat in front of us. He would stop running away from the dog bed. He eventually would just lay down and kind of look at us. Then the tail wag started happening, and he was waiting for us every night.
Oh, you better stop it. I love you so much.
Then I could tell that his walls were coming down. Day 13 was when Chance finally followed me back to my house, and he was super skeptical.
Hi.
He stayed at my house for 20 minutes, and then he went back. The next morning, I went over there, and he actually got up out of his bed and came towards me and was wagging his tail.
Yes, sir. Come on, baby.
So I knew that we had built a trust by this point.
Oh my god, I'm gonna shit myself. I love you.
I started to walk back home, and he followed me again. So I grabbed all of his belongings, and I took it to my garage. I sat with Chance on my garage floor for about 3 to 4 hours that day. And he stayed ever since day 14.
Good job. Yeah.
I thought he was a senior dog. But my vet checked him out, and he is only about the age of 2 to 3 years old. He aged a lot faster due to stress and trauma. Chance started to show his personality a few days into finally being on my property.
Look at you, so pretty. Yeah.
I saw a lot more energy out of him. I saw a lot more smiles.
Yeah, good boy.
Still, I never wanted him to feel trapped, so I left the garage door cracked. I had Chance for only a couple of days before I heard howling in the garage. It appears that Nova must have came into the garage overnight and stayed with him.
Yeah. Good night, sweet girl.
I was very confused. I guess there was some kind of communication between them, and Nova took her opportunity. I've had a lot of people say that they feel like Chance had invited her. I was undecided about what to do with Nova. I have 4 large dogs in my home with 2 little kids. I was going to keep Chance for sure. Nova, I was a little skeptical. I was already pushing the boundary having 5 dogs. So I was like, oh my gosh, 6 is crazy. The first time I brought Chance and Nova into the house, you could tell it was foreign to them. They didn't know what half the objects were around them. They were really scared, but really intrigued. It took them a couple days to adjust.
Hi there, pretty girl. Yeah.
When my husband introduced our 4 dogs to Chance and Nova, they did really well. Chance only growled out of fear. I think Chance was attacked a lot by the pack of dogs next door. But with Nova, he was different. As the story progressed, I saw her and Chance's bond and how sweet she was. She showed him how to be a dog. Chance didn't understand the concept of toys. It's almost like he had to watch her.
You better spit that back out.
And she showed him that everything was okay. And then he learned. He figured it out. Like, oh, okay, I can chew on that. We can run after that. We can play.
Yes, baby. Are you chewing on it? Okay.
Both of those dogs absolutely loved playing with that water hose. So I would go out a couple times a day to get their energy out. And we would throw toys across the yard and they would run together, play together. They both, in general, are very easygoing dogs.
Come on, let's go to bed. Yeah. Y'all go lay down.
I felt like Chance and Nova are a unit, and it would be wrong to separate that unit. So I will be keeping Nova as well. And I'm so happy that it went well. I almost feel like maybe it was fate. This story has changed my life in a lot of ways. The future for Chance and Nova stands with just being happy and loved in my home. They're not going nowhere